Alright, non-measuramental sensitivity MIL M63041F Technical Manual 21 September 1993 superseding MIL M63041E Technical Manual 27th April 1992. Military Specification Manual Technical Depot Maintenance Work Requirements D. The specification is approved for the use of the Department of the Army. It's available for the use of all the departments, agencies, for the Department of Defense scope. Specification contains all the requirements of preparation of the depot maintenance work requirements of the Army material, except for the conventional chemical ammunition. The figures used for the specification are example. The text of the documents will take precedence over this example. Beneficial comment, recommendation, additional deletions, any pertinent data which may be used. Improving the document should be addressed for the use of the USAMC Logistics Support active intent with the AMXLS AP with the Redstone Aerial Alabama 358987466. Use of the self-addressed standardization documentation improvement proposal of the DoD Form 426 appearing at the end of this document by a letter. Distribution statement and proof of the public release distributed and unlimited. Applicability, the depot maintenance work report, or should I say that? Depot maintenance work requirements. Depot maintenance work requirements contain the information needed to the depot level of maintenance personnel governed the contract to perform the authorized maintenance tasks. Some requirements in the specification are not applicable to all the equipment or all situations necessary to tailor the optional requirements each for the acquisition according to the IAW requirements Appendix A of this document. The term equipment is also used. The specification means the end of the item assembly, some assembly component items covered by the depot maintenance work requirements. Applicable documentations. Government documentation. Specific standard for the handbook. The following specification standard for the word of the specification extent with the specified herein unless otherwise specified, but the issue of the documents are those that are listed in the issue of the Department of Defense Index specifications and standards. Supplement thereto inside of the solicitation. See paragraph 6.2. Specifications military. MIL I 45607. Inspection equipment, acquisition, maintenance, and disposition of MIL M 13231. Marking with electronic items. And MIL M 38784. To manual technical general style format requirements. MIL M 49502. Manual technical repair parts and special tool listings. MIL M 85337 manual technical quality assurance program requirements for and MIL Q 9858 quality program requirements. MIL W 150 weapon support material standards for the quality assurance and provisions. I'm sorry, it's on MIL Standards, MIL Standard 12, the abbreviation used for the drawing specification standard for the technical drawings, MIL Standard 109, quality assurance term, the definitions, 1 Standard 120, gauge inspection, MIL Standard 129, part marking of the shipment of the storage, MIL Standard 130, identification marking of the U.S. military property, Military Standard 410, with non-destructive testing, personal qualification, certification, MIL Standard 1453, radiographic inspection, MIL Standard 882, systems satisfying the program requirements, MIL Standard 973, configuration management. MIL Standard 1686 for the electrostatic discharge control program with the protection of the electrical parts and assembly of the equipment excluding electrical and initiated explosive devices. Military Standard 1806 marking technical data prepared for the Department of Defense. Military Standard 2000 standard for requirements soldering electronic assemblies. Military Standard 2219 fusion welding or aerospace applications. Military Standard 45562 calibration system requirements. Unless otherwise indicated with a copy of the Federal Military Specification Standard for the handbook that is available for standardization documentation or the desk of the building 4D 700 Robinson Avenue, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania 191115094. Other government document drawings and publication following other government documents and drawings publication for the part of the specification and the extent of the herein, unless otherwise specified, the issue shall be in the effect of the day of the solicitation joint nuclear weapon publication system with the operation procedure specification standard. The document can be obtained with the Field Defense Nuclear Agency, the FSP. SP 1680 Texas Street, Southeast Kirtland, New Mexico 87117 5669. AR 310 25 Dictionary of the United States Army Terms. AR 752 Army Military Maintenance Wholesale Operations. AR 380 5 Department of Army Information Security Program. Copy of the regulation are available to the U.S. Military Publication Distribution Center, 2800 Eastern Boulevard, Baltimore, Maryland 212202896. The AMCP 2532 Guide for Preparation of Equipment Publication Contract Packages. AMCR 702 322 Critical Safety Item Program. AMCR 750 51 maintenance expenditure limits. DAPAM 738 750 functional user manual of the TAM Army Maintenance Management System. DAPAM 738 751 use functional user management of the Army Maintenance Management System aviation TAMs. Department of Defense 5220 22M Industrial Security Manual for the Safeguard and Classified Information Field Manual 1511 the Army Aircraft Quality Control Technical Inspection and Field Manual 2111 Field First Aid for Soldiers TBORD 1030 Army Vehicles Installation Youth Overhaul Maintenance Work Plates Maintenance Work Order Plates TM 55 1300 206 Ammunition Explosive Standards TM 55 1500 343 223 Cleaning and Corrosion Prevention for the Control of Avionics TM 55 1500 344 23 Cleaning and Corrosion Prevention for the Control Aircraft Weapon Systems MidCom PAM 702-1 Quality Engineering Handbook for the Preparation of Maintenance of the Quality Assurance Requirement of the Provisions. Copy of the specification standard for the other government documentation required by the Department of the Contractor in connection with the specific requisition function should be obtained for the contracting activities directed with the contracting activity DESCOM R with the 702-1 DESCOM product assurance program. This document can be obtained with the use of the Armory Depot System Command A10 ASCQ NCDQ IP Chambersburg, Pennsylvania 17201 4170. CDA PAM 1812 with the AMDF retrieval of more microform systems packaging. This pamphlet is contained with the obtained with the USAMC log set and 10 AMXLS C with the Redstone Aerial Alabama 358967466. Other publication. The following documentation form the part of the specification to extent specified herein, unless otherwise specified. Issue with the document which are the DoD adopted shall be listed in the U of the Department of Defense Index specifications and standards specified in the solicitation, unless otherwise specified. The issue with the documents list not listed in the Department of Defense Index specs and standards shall be used in the issue with the non-governmental documents which are current with the date of the solicitation. American Society of Testing Material D3951 Standard Practices for the Commercial Packaging. The Department of Defense activities can obtain the copy of the standardization documents ordered with the desk of the building 4D 700 Robbins Avenue, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania 19120 5099. Other government activity contractor private concerns must obtain the copies from the American Society of the Testing Material 1916 Ray Street with the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania 19103. 2-3 Orders and Precedents. In the event of the conflict between the text and the specification reference decided herein, the text of the specification shall take the precedence, if not, and then the specification, however, there shall be superseded applicable law of the regulation unless other specified exemption has been obtained. 3. Requirements, general style and format, unless otherwise specified with the contracting activity, the general style format for the depot maintenance work record shall be IAW Mill M387584. National stock number in the parts of the National Stock Department parts and the number of the commercial government entity code shall be not used for the narrative portion of the procedure in the domestic depot maintenance work requirements. This requirement. Unless essential for the identification of the item. 313 level of the information provided by the domestic depot maintenance work requirements shall be the directive of the least experienced technician of accepted to use. The reading grade level shall be the level specified with the contracting aptitude of the mill M38784 shall be used to determine the rating grade level of the depot maintenance work requirements of language. The text of the depot maintenance work requirements shall be concise with accurately in the simplest English for that way to convey the intended message. 315 abbreviation and acronyms. The abbreviation throughout the depot maintenance work requirements shall be with the IAW Mill Standard 12. The first sheet of the abbreviation acronym shall have the word is spelled out completely. The abbreviation acronym shall appear on the parentheses immediately after the word. 316. Equipment names and nomenclature. Only approved with the name of the nomenclature shall be used with the depot maintenance work requirements. These use of the name of the nomenclature shall be consistent throughout the depot maintenance work requirements. Illustrations. Unless otherwise specified with the contracting after the outline, the drawing illustration shall be used with the domestic work relation. Depot maintenance work requirements. Engineering drawings shall not be used unless the proof of the contracting after the illustration views shall be presented with the domestic work or depot maintenance work requirements. User would view on the item that performance of the associated task located in the number that you for the illustration shall be numbered consecutively with the clockwise direction beginning with the lowest part of the number and lowest numbered at the 11 o'clock position for the best commercial practice. The engineering drawing and other existing documentation provided with the reproducible legible shall be with the maximum extent of practicable. Functional and schematic diagrams, voltage, and waveforms shall be provided with the designated points for the normal function for the equipment. The normal values that shall be used for the space with limitations do not allow the waveforms. They shall be provided with the IEW paragraph 3172. Waveform diagrams are not provided with the functional or schematic diagram required to support the maintenance task. These diagrams shall show the waveform's nominal value for the designated points for the nominal function equipment of the system as seen as an oscilloscope. Alright, the domestic depot maintenance work requirements division. The depot maintenance work requirements shall be divided appropriately within the volume, chapter, section, paragraph. There should be at least two each of the division used. For example, if there is a volume 1, there should be the volume 2, a chapter, then a chapter 2, and so for each of the division when the thickness of the depot maintenance work requirements exceeds 1,500 pages, 750 sheets, it shall be divided into the volumes. Each of the volumes shall not exceed a 1,500 page or 750 sheets. Referencing other than document information within the depot maintenance work requirements shall be based upon the economic consideration required data duplicated rather than reference. Reference shall be made with the other documents only when they are normally available to the user. If a reference to another documentation is necessary, the reference shall include the document number with the publication number. The reference made with the other documents. Other parts of the depot maintenance work requirements shall include only specification necessary location data such as chapter, page, paragraph, table, and figure, and number. Security classification marks. Security classification marks shall be applied with the AIW Mill M3878-4 nuclear weapons marking with the depot maintenance work requirements of covering the nuclear weapons supporting equipment shall be in the IAWTM 3911. Warning, cautions, icons, and notes. Warning, cautions, icons, notes shall be used with the IAW Mill M3878-4. The warning shall proceed with the text of the procedure with where injury or death may occur with the person doing the procedure, not the person who will be the use of the equipment when it is issued. Caution shall be preceded with the text of the procedure with where the damage to the equipment could occur with the note that shall be preceded with the text and are used to highlight the essential operation of the maintenance procedure condition. The statement within the warning of the caution and note occurs from the same text. The warning shall appear for the first caution section and the next last. Notes last. 3.1.12.1 icons. Each signal warning icon used in the text is text should be defined in the warning summary of the appendix B of the specification approval, listing single hazard icons and definitions. Alright, hazardous material warnings and icons. Whenever the warning with the presented with the icon combination with the icons, lieu with the text of the format shall be used with the icon, show you with the be either on the approved list with the appendix B, with the specification shall be added to the change with the appendix specified with the approved by the contract activity. Each of the hard hazard icon used is defined with the warning summary at the form of the depot maintenance work requirement. The expenditures and durable items numbering. Each time an expendable or durable item of the material appears in each item, it should be identified as item name with the item number. Each item shall be listed in Appendix C of the described in paragraph 310.3. For example, the use of silicone grease, item 7 in Appendix C. The content, the domestic work depot maintenance work requirements shall contain the use of the following depot maintenance tasks identified with the applicable maintenance, the allocation chapter, charter, program to perform the depot level of these tasks shall be developed and presented to include the reliability-centered maintenance as prescribed in the AR 752 for the providers for the intent of the available expended reliability, availability, maintainability, durability, RAMD. Depot maintenance work requirements shall consist of the following divisions: front matter, Chapter 1 introduction, Chapter 2 technical support requirements, Chapter 3 pre-shop analysis, Chapter 4 overall maintenance procedure, Chapter 5 quality assurance requirements, Chapter 6 preservation packing materials, A reference, B Appendix B repair parts special tool list, Appendix C expendable durable items, Appendix D depot mobilization requirement, other appendixes, glossary, index, and authentication page. Where there are any other above division of any of the portion of there specified here and not applicable to specified domestic modification, domestic depot maintenance work requirements. The chapter section of the paragraph number of the title shall appear with the sequence of the file, but the statement not applicable. 3.2.1 Logistics Support Analysis Record with the technical content preparations to develop with the logistic and support analysis record for the technical data instructions developed with the requirements for the military standard 138822 for the Department of requirements for the logistics support analysis record shall be used as the baseline for the domestic work depot maintenance work requirement. Core Core elements. The depot maintenance work requirements shall provide all the required overall procedures utilizing the BCP, with where applicable, and shall be minimally provided with the following core elements: mandatory inspection points, criteria, the pre-shop analysis requirement to include the troubleshooting procedures necessary to define the scope of the work, final inspection of the criteria, configuration control documents with accurately define the required output configuration. Front matter. The front matter shall consist of the following manner of the cover. The cover shall have the publication number provided with the cover and tracking activity title, of which is identified with the equipment cover for the depot maintenance work requirements for the official nomenclature and NSN the item code and part number of the cage A and C cage code. It shall be identified all of the related to the item number, the NSN and national NSN, EAIC, or all related items cover the depot maintenance work requirements, which within the work is complete when they be turned into supplies. So properly see Figure 1, for example, of the maintenance work cover. Alright, 3313. The distribution statement, the destruction notice for the support of the warning notice, the applicable distribution statement, the destruction notice support with control warning notice to provide by the contract activity shall be prepared with the IAW mill M38784, which shall appear with the cover below the availability statement. 3312. Suppression notice. If the depot maintenance work requirement supersedes another depot maintenance work requirement or publication, the supersession notice is provided by the contracting activity shall be placed on the cover of the IAW mill M38784. Warning summary. Your warning summary shall include the first A of the data for the C figure 2, for the example, this shall appear with the inside of the front of the cover to provide with the use of the important warning of the appear with throughout the domestic depot maintenance work requirement. The summary shall include each of the general type of the warning icon should you do the depot maintenance work requirement. Summary shall not be listed the specific warning with the pertaining to the particular procedural setup of the emission shall include the general subject of the data with the radiation, chemical voltage, gas pressure, laser light, other hazards that may be encountered by the user, and see figure 2 for example the warning icons. 3314. Warning in the first aid data page. The warning in the first aid data page shall be included with the warning can be summarized inside of the front of the covered warning page shall be prepared. Instead of the warning summary, the warning pages shall include the same data, but the warning summary shall be within the first page following the cover. Warning pages shall be numbered with the lowercase a, b, and c, etc. Include the reference to the field manual 2111. The text shall be described of any first aid data that not included in the field manual 2111, but needed to do with the danger that may be encountered with the equipment, including the reference to the TM 9-1300-206. Related publication for the weapon involving the use of the ammunition item, the first aid instruction, the needs to ensure the safety applicable for the including herein is will be described in title black of the reporting area of the recommendation improvement, the statement, the distribution limitation state, destruction and exporting warrant notice. Title block stages shall file with the warning summary with the title page. The page shall contain with the same the title with the over the cover of the depot maintenance work requirement, number, date, and the publication official nomenclature, national stock number, EIND, the part number, the cage code C with the page shall additionally include the reporting area of the recommendation improvement statements. See paragraph 3322 with the name contained with the table of the contents in the paragraph 333 with this page called start. On the right hand page with the title page with the table of the contents page with the shall be numbered consecutively in lowercase and Roman numerals 1, 2, 3, and etc. Shall see the figure 3 with the, for example, the title block page. 3322 of the reporting area of the recommending an improvement statement with the following statement shall appear with the type of the block page for the appropriately unclassified depot maintenance work requirements. Unclassified depot maintenance work requirements shall include the following: reporting errors, recommendation improvements. If you can help with improve the depot maintenance work requirement, if you can find any of the way to improve depot maintenance work requirements, let us know. Mail in your letter DO form 2028 recommendation change of the publication blank form DA form 2028-2 located on the back of the depot maintenance work requirement directly to the entry of the name and the address of the proponent. Reply will be furnished to you. One filled out sample of the copy of the through blank copy of the DA form 2028-2 which shall be included with the back of every depot maintenance work requirement. Classified depot maintenance work requirement. The classified depot maintenance work requirement shall include the following: the report of the error of the recommended improvements that can help improve the depot maintenance work requirement. If you find an error, then we'll know how to improve the depot maintenance work requirement. Write and tell us about it in the address of the correspondence to enter the name and the address of the proponent. When dealing with the classified information, make sure that you're corresponding with the properly marked and is handled with accordance with the AR 385. Distribution limitation statement, the destruction and export warning notices. Sample the applicable statement, the notice for the appear with the cover that shall be repeated under the reporting area of the recommending improvements. The statement of these. See figure 3 with example of the title block page. The table of contents. If the space permits, the table of contents shall begin with the same page of the title block with the required statement. That the space does not permit, the table of the contents shall begin with the next page. The table of the contents shall be listed in chapter to section, primary paragraphs in the same order with the exact title of the use in context with the page number. The reference C table of contents should be prepared by the AAW mill M 3878-4 the C figure. For example, the chapter 1 introduction. Chapter 1 shall consist of the Section 1 of the General Information, Section 2 equipment description, and Section 3 of mobilization requirement. Section 1 General Information, Section 1 shall consist of the following paragraph: scope of the scope of the shall be briefly narrative to describe the purpose of the depot maintenance work requirement. The paragraph shall identify the equipment that will be worked on and work when the will be accomplished. The forms and records of the reports. All forms of records of reports shall be referenced that all the required during the performance of the depot maintenance. The instructions shall be provided for the use of their disposition as provided by the contracting activity. Quality Deficiency Report, QDR. The following statement shall be included with this. If you insert the equipment in short name of the needs of improvement, let us know. Send if the equipment deficiency report you for the user are only one of the way you can tell us what you do not like about the equipment. Let us know why you don't like the design and performance, but put in on that a standard form 368 product quality deficiency report. Mail it to us. You as to enter the name and address of the proponent. Reply will be furnished to you. Engineering changing proposal. Engineering change of proposal paragraph shall include the following statement. The engineering changing proposal will submitted with the using the DoD Form 1693 engineering change of proposal short form to Military Standard 973 for the instructions completed with the forms that should be mailed with the director to enter the name and the address for the reasonable command with the activity to reply with will be furnished to you. The deviations of the exemption the depot maintenance work requirements shall be included with the following statement. The request for the deviation exemption of the depot maintenance work requirement will be processed in accordance with the Military Standard 973. F. Corrosion and prevention and control. CPC corrosion prevention and control. For the information provided shall contain the number subparagraph similar to the following: corrosion prevention control of the Army material of continuing concern. It's important that the Army corrosion program, or the Army any corrosion problem which is the item reported, so that the program can be corrected. With the improvements to be made to prevent the problem in the future item. With the corrosion typically associated with the rusting of the metals, it will also can include the deterioration of other materials such as the rubber, plastic, the unusual cracking, softening, swelling, breaking of these part materials may be corrosion problem. If the corrosion problem identified with the reported using the standard form product quality deficiency report, use the keywords such as the corrosion, rusting, deterioration, cracking will ensure the information identified with the corrosion prevention control problem. The form shall be submitted with accordance with the address specified in DAPAM 738-750 or DAPAM 738-751. For aircraft depot maintenance work requirements, the paragraph shall include the reference to paragraph TM 55-1500-343-23 or TM 55-1500-344-23. Cost consideration: the depot maintenance work requirements shall contain with the following cost consideration paragraph. The work requirements shall be at the base for the establishing the extent of the overall, but the taking consideration cost of actual determination will be made with the sub-assemblies and assemblies for police of the worn and damaged components which are available and supplied with the acquisition cost less for the cost of repair, the restore, the depot maintenance requirements, share the cost of the repair store of any of the individual item with established the maintenance expenditure limit of the depot maintenance work ready with the standard shall not exceed the maintenance expenditure limit unless the waiver has been approved in accordance with the AMC R75051 for the requirements that does not apply with the items accepted from the maintenance expenditure limit in accordance with the AMC R75051. I got pissed. 342, Section 2, Equipment Description. The equipment description shall include the following. The description, brief description of the equipment, include the purpose, the use, the capabilities, features shall provide with the tablets or data, shall not appear on this paragraph. The data plate with the list and the illustration, each for the data plate with the location of all existing newly required data of the plates, including the overall data plate with it shall be included. Tabulated data and table containing the technical data such as weight, overall dimensions, turning, the radius, power, requirement, signal input, the output level, the environmental characteristics, range limit, other characteristics needed. For example, the depot maintenance work requirement user shall be provided with C figure 4 for example. The configuration data for all the model of the cover of the depot maintenance work requirements shall be provided with the difference between the model of the configuration and serial model of the group with the range of any other difference in the configuration shall be explained with the detail. Modification major parts of the effective within them shall be described. This shall be listed for the serial number of the group with the other identification data is modified with the equipment and group with minor model differences. The information shall be illustrated and tabulated and narrated, which is the most appropriate to provide the necessary information, i.e. the components not covered the applicable end of the depot maintenance work requirement shall have the paragraph as identifying the components for the any of the items such as system that ever not covered the depot maintenance work requirements shall be either covered in the lower level of the maintenance manual. The components there manual shall be identified the reference in the narrative of the tabular format as applicable. Section 3 mobilization requirements. This section shall have the following statement: all requirements of this depot maintenance work requirement may be exempted and revised in the event of the mobilization. Only these procedures necessary to return the inserted equipment name to the serviceable condition will be performed. The exemption of the revision are explained in the appendix Appendix D. Chapter 2, the technical support requirement. The chapter of this shall consist of 3 sections. Section 1, support items. Section 2, mandatory replacement parts, criteria, safety items, flight safety program parts, repair parts, modification, and Section 3, standards. Section 1, support items. The section shall consist of the following items: the facility, the description of all the facilities such as the test standards, the test dry, clean rooms, sheltered rooms, or other facilities that are required to do the work specified in the depot maintenance work requirements shall be included. Reference shall be provided for any specification standard that the facility must be meet. Special tools and equipment. To list all the special tools and testing measurement. The diagnostic equipment not contained with the lower level of the technical manuals of the Appendix B, but the required to perform the procedure for the depot maintenance work requirement shall be included. The list of all the shall be included. Any special inspection equipment used only for the item of the meet the depot maintenance work requirement. Cover the latest of the contained with the following data with the national stock number, the department number, the cage code, the paragraph, the figure number with the tool of the equipment is the reference to the nomenclature used for the application from the tool equipment, the reference to any of the application calibration documentation. See Figure 5 for example. Fabricated tools and equipment. Any fabricated tools, equipment, fixtures shall be identified that they are needed to perform the procedure for the depot maintenance work requirement. If applicable, this paragraph shall refer to the appendix prepared to provide specific information on fabricated tools and equipment. See paragraph 311. 352, Section 2 for the mandatory replacement part, critical safety item, flight safety part with the aircraft only, repair parts with modification. C, Section 2 shall consist of the following paragraph. Mandatory replacement part list for the mandatory replacement part list consists of all the items that must be replaced during the repair or the overhaul of the equipment, whether or not they have distributed or not. When they have the item, the component is not assembled based on the PSA or when the item will not be disassembled for the sole purpose of the add mandatory part. All items that must be replaced during the overhaul repair procedure based on the use of intervals such as miles, times, and rounds fired and replaced on time between overhaul. Intervals should be included with the part listing table. The table shall contain at the minimum the following data elements of the item: description of the part number, the cage code, the national stock number, the total quantity per equipment. See Figure 6 for the example. The critical safety items listed in flight safety parts of the FSP program. And applicable, this paragraph shall include the tabular listing of all the critical safety items required for the AMCR 70232, provided with the contracting activity. The critical safety items associated with the characteristics shall clearly identify within the overhaul repair procedure. Location of the critical safety procedure process of the depot maintenance work requirement shall be referenced to see paragraph 372G. For aircraft FSP, the installation is identified under the FSP program for the shall require special handling during your overhaul. Critical characteristic, any of the dimension tolerance of finished material manufacturer assembly for the inspection process or other feature which is non-conforming, the missing, and cause the failure of the malfunction of the critical item, flight safety of the parts for the listed tables, which include the nomenclature, part number, cage code, the critical characteristic throughout the overhaul procedure warning appear for the emphasizing critical instruction to be followed with these warning are the FSP warnings inserted with whenever necessary. Paragraph 369 and 3610 and 372G. Repair parts and special tools. Reference shall be made with the equipment of the repair parts and special tools lists other than parts of listing data. Appendix B for the depot maintenance work requirement. See the repair parts, special tools can be found in the item covered by the depot maintenance work requirement. See Figure 7 for example of the repair parts, special tools list. Modification of work order or ECP, engineering change of proposal. Maintenance work order, engineering change proposal shall be identified with all the modifications which have been incorporated into the work required of the depot maintenance requirements. The maintenance of the work order shall be required in an outline of the DAPAM 73850. The applicable to maintenance work orders and the engineering change of proposal shall be listed in title number. The listing shall be supplied with the major subordinate commands, MSC. Section 3 standards. Section 3 shall consist of the following paragraphs. A, the quality of the material statement similar to the following shall be included. The material used to replace repair modification must meet the requirement of the depot maintenance work requirement. This quality of the material requirement does not stay with the depot maintenance work requirement. The material must meet the requirements of the drawing standard specification, approved engineering change of proposal applicable to the subject equipment. B. Electromagnetic compatible standards. When the applicable, the reference shall be made with electromagnetic compatible standards such as the military standard 461 and 462. The applicable equipment covered the deep metal maintenance work requirement. Electrostatic discharge sensitivity. When applicable, the electronic parts assembly and equipment that they require the electrostatic discharge protection. There is electrostatic discharge sensitivity classes that require the electrostatic discharge sensitivity protection shall be identified. A reference shall be included with appropriate documentation such as Military Handbook 263 and Military Handbook 1686, which contain the electrostatic discharge sensitivity control procedure for the materials necessary to protect these items. Alright, D, nuclear hazard. Equipment covered with a depot maintenance work order that has a nuclear survivability requirement the following apply with one statement that the nuclear hardness survivability requirement that provided with the two applicable warnings shall be incorporated with the text to ensure the hardness of the equipment is not degraded during the overall maintenance procedure. All hardness critical process steps shall be marked with the IAW MIL M3878-4. The following statement shall include hardness critical processes, a paragraph in which the depot maintenance work requirements shall be marked with the HCP symbol with this required as follows. Hardness critical process symbol. When an entire paragraph includes all the subparagraph considered with the hardness critical only, with the major paragraph will be marked with the symbol of the hardness critical process placed between the paragraph number and the title hardness critical 1-2 of the hardness critical process LRU repair. Alright, when only certain process steps within the paragraph are part of the critical, only applicable process steps will be marked with the placement of the hardness critical point symbol between each applicable step and number and text. Chapter 3, Pre-Shop Analysis. Specified with the contracting activity of the pre-shop analysis chapter shall apply with the RCM data indicated with the inspection testing and more effective at determining useful life of the system subsystem component of the mandatory disassembly. When the chapter is not required, with the words not applicable shall follow the chapter heading with the applicable to this chapter is considered for the following section. Section 1 General. Section 1 shall consider the following paragraph. Section scope that shall state with the purpose of coverage of the pre-shop analysis. Checking attached documentation instructions shall be provided with the checking of all tags and forms of the document attached to the end of the item, determine the reason for the return and identifying the other obvious faults of the damages. See unpackaging. Special handling. A statement of the procedure of removing the item and assembly, sub-assemblies that come over the shipping container of the packaging material shall include the paragraph shall contain needing handling requirements of the hazard of the material of the ESD and precious material content, special classification material, critical material, and any special condemnation procedure for the item and if it's assembled in sub-assemblies. The external inspection. The procedure for the external inspection of the item to determine if it is complete and if there is an obvious external damage shall be provided. Either the component checklist specified by the contracting activity. The component checklist shall be prepared with the appendix. The appendix shall be the reference for this paragraph located at the back of the depot maintenance work requirement shall be removed with the copy before the completion of the checklist shall be preceded with a brief explanation of the use. Checklist shall contain the following data as applicable: the name and the nature of the equipment and item, the serial number, the date received, the receipt from the identifying unit, the component name, national stock number, the part number, the cage code, qualified, required quality, received, visible damage found, cleaning preservation. The instruction shall be included with the cleaning of the items prepared from the pre-shop analysis testing. Shall include the procedure for the temporary preservation with corrosion protection measures needed to protect the item until the work is required with the depot maintenance requirement started. Section 2, the pre-shop analysis procedure. Detailed procedures to pre-shop analysis shall be provided. These procedures shall be prepared in either narrative form or a tabulated checklist format specified by contracting activity. Narrative format. A narrative format is the norm unless otherwise specified by the contracting activity. Procedure will be presented with the narrative form. The test analysis procedure shall be presented with the logical sequence. They do not cause unnecessary disassembly and under the order with which the error shall be done, with usually in top-down breakdown. When applicable, the procedure shall be arranged within the group of the major of the component for the assembly, sub-assembly. Each of the group shall have the applicable title with the place procedure extensive more than 4 pages to be placed in the appendix and then the back of the depot maintenance work requirement. If so, the appendix shall be referenced in the paragraph. 3622 Pre-Shop Analysis Checklist. When the checklist shall be the contracting after the pre-shop analysis checklist shall be prepared with included the following. The cover sheet shall contain the space with the record of the following information: and item of the part number, the cage code, serial number, the national stock number, the modification required, reason for the overall of the repairs, unpacking secondary items required with the review, the tag of the forms of the item, name and the signature of the person doing the analysis, and date, and see figure 8 for the example of the table. With test and inspection, the table shall have the entire each of the entry of each of the test and inspection procedure. Each of the entries shall have the minimum of the following information: name of the type of the inspection of the test inspection procedure, result of the test inspection procedure, the recommended repair, overall action. See figure 9 for the example of chapter 4. Overall procedure. Chapter 4 shall provide all the required overhaul procedure for the basic BCP with the applicable to see the paragraph 651, and minimum of the procedure shall be broken out with the following scope of the general safety per general inspection. One of the more of the overall procedure of the section shall be included to cover each of the major assembly, each assembly with a component of the equipment, and into the final assembly of the testing of the exact number of the section will be determined by the complexity of the equipment. The overhaul procedure of the section shall be appear in the top-down breakdown sequence, beginning with the item, the end item, with the practical, with if not practical, with the first section shall start with the highest possible possible level of the assembly. The last section of this chapter shall cover the final assembly with the testing of the highest assembly with the item after overall procedure for the complete with the specified with the contracting activity for use of the separate characters identified with the section with the major assembly with the sub-assembly may be permitted. Section 1 scope of the general safety. Section 1 shall consist of these paragraphs. Scope. The scope of the paragraph shall contain with a brief the summary of the procedure for the chapter. This shall explain with the sequence, procedure, identification, quality, assurance of the procedure, any unusual critical procedure. It shall also describe the measurement system used within the shall provide with the reference into any conversion table provided in the text and appendix. General safety precautions. When specified with the contracting activity, the general safety precautions shall be contained with the general shop of the related safety precautions. The precautions shall not be repeated in the text of the procedure of the precaution. For example, the use of safety glasses while soldering, use the care while lifting heavy objects, ensure the fire extinguisher is available for use. The precautions shall be those on the concern of the common conditions encountered while working on the equipment if the precaution applied with the specific task or meeting the warning criteria. Paragraph 3.112 for the specification of LM 3878 for the precautions shall include with the warning in the text. General inspection procedure. When specified with the contracting activity, the general inspection procedure shall contain the general inspection procedure paragraph that applies to the equipment and are inspected with the practice for the technician during overhaul. The procedure shall include the inspection, soldering, joints, valve, electronic item, welds on an armored vehicle, or fluids leakage from the vehicle's container with electronic devices and or other items identified defects that must be corrected. Overall operation flowchart. When specified by the contracting activity, flowchart shall be provided with the show of the typical workflow to prescribed tasks. Section 2, overhaul procedure for the end item of the assembly. Section 2 shall not contain with the overhaul the repair procedure for the highest assembly, sub-assembly of the component of the equipment. The illustrated shall be used with the augment the text for the necessary for the procedure shall be the applicable. The item include the following paragraphs. 1. The removal of the paragraph shall be provided with the procedure for the removal of the assembly, sub-assembly from the next higher assembly. Shall provide the instruction for the recording of the condition of the item, the assembly, marking, handling of the storing of the items. The procedure shall identify the items which must be index matched to precision made with the installed later. Disassembly. The assembly paragraph shall provide with the instruction required to assembly with the equipment. The inspection maintenance for the purpose of the instruction shall be ensured the matched parts are identified. Routine tool. The procedure shall not be covered. The illustration shall be used to augment the text and show the use for the special tools or jigs that are necessary for the disassembly. Instruction shall not include the separation bounded welded other permanently attached parts unless unavoidable. The cleaning and inspection, testing, assessing, lower assembly cleaning. The cleaning paragraph shall provide with the general specific cleaning instruction and all cleaning part materials. The necessary instruction for the item of the paragraph shall contain the temporary corrosion prevention instruction for the metal parts which have been cleaned. Inspection. All inspection procedures required for the items shall be included with all procedures that have been quality assurance for the impact that shall be identified with the boldface letter of the QA proceeding to item. The paragraph shall also contain the instruction for the tagging all rejected parts, other mandatory replacement parts, listing of the region for the rejection. The restriction shall be sufficient to determine whether or not the items conform to the standard for the depot maintenance work requirement. Reference standard visual inspection procedures to detect defects such as standards. Visual inspection procedures to detect defects such as burrs, cracks, bends, but tents shall be included in this paragraph. The paragraph shall not contain the vague terms such as accessible where they operate smoothly, but shall contain the requirements which can be accurately determined by measure. The inspection procedure for the paragraph shall apply only to the items covered. The section accurately measurable acceptance of the rejection requirement standards shall be provided with which allow use of the depot maintenance work requirements to determine if the item and under the inspection conform with the tolerance or the wear limits fit and other the standards requirements presented to support the items used to perform these inspections shall be listed in Chapter 2. Overall inspection procedure over OIP table. Unless otherwise specified with the contracting activity, the overall inspection procedure table shall be prepared for the items of the critical characteristic tolerance. Each of the overall inspection procedure tables shall be integrated within the procedure to which the applied shall immediately follow with the reference thereto. When specified by the contracting activity, all upper overall inspection procedure for the table shall be placed in the appendix identified by the alphabet numerical sequence. The procedure refers to the appendix of the appropriate table if the illustrated part of the breakdown repair special tool list is used, including the reference to the appropriate figure of the index number of the overall inspection procedure table. Add the applicable the illustration shall be integrated within the text of the overall and inspected procedure table. The table shall be assigned with the table the number that consecutively within each of the number. The number shall consist of the two-part Arabic numeral numbers separated by a hyphen, e.g. 212C, mil M 3878 4. The table shall contain the minimum of the characteristics being inspected for the inspection method. Standards of these must be meet the prefix of the item with a QA and bold type. The see figure 10 for the examples. After the mandatory replacement part, the instruction for the replacement mandatory replacement part listed for the chapter 2 for the applicable for the requirement of the assembly, the sub-assembly shall be for the section of the only, but they shall contain the guidance for the disposition of the reporting, disposition of the replaced part of the figure within the number that you the text of the section figure with the item number that shall also be included within the table. The text shall clearly identify, provide complete instruction for the replacing these items. See figure 6 for the example of the table. Your CSI and FSB, the CSI are used in equipment with this. The paragraph shall include the instruction replacement and disposal procedure for the items. See paragraph 352B with the CSI associated with the characteristics shall be clearly identified with the overall procedure. Alright, for instruction for aircraft, the FSB or the paragraph shall include the instruction for the replacement and disposal procedure for these items. The paragraph 352B with each for the FSB for the associated with the characteristics shall be clearly identified within the overall procedure. Prepare replacement and adjust. The prepare replacement and adjust for the instruction shall be included. With the instruction shall be presented with a logical sequence. When a necessary illustration shall be used with the support of the text, and the instruction shall consist of the steps of the set procedure. Shall be all jigs and fixtures, material, the test equipment, and other items required to perform the task. The instruction for the automatic test of the diagnostic equipment shall be included. Schematic wire diagrams, parts of the location drawings, and other visual aids shall be used when necessary. Tolerance and torque of the value of the clearance adjustment of the information other parameters shall be provided with all procedure steps in this paragraph, which have the majority of the major quality assurance effects for this shall be prefixed with the boldface and letters quality assurance or QA for to identify them for the aircraft depot maintenance work requirements that refer to figure field manual 1511. Assembly, the step-by-step instruction for the assembly of the item shall be included with the illustration shall be used with the support of the text when necessary. Drawings provided with the depot maintenance work requirements may be referenced to support with the text. The tolerance clearance of the torque values, other parameters required for the completing of the assembly of the item shall be provided to either figure 11 for the example. All assembly procedures shall have the major quality assurance effective shall be prefixed with the bold-faced letter quality assurance to identify them. The paragraphs shall contain the instruction for the lubrication that must be performed during the assembly procedure. For the lubrication instruction shall provide a list of lubrication required for the lubrication methods to be used. Lubrication instruction for the item after the assembly shall be included. They shall contain the list of lubrication methods required to do the task. The paragraph shall not duplicate with the instruction for the assembly of the paragraph shall above the check for the assembly lubrication was completed. All lubrication procedure which have the major quality assurance effect shall be the prefix for them bold-faced letters quality assurance to be identify them. Okay, the testing procedures required to be done before the installation item of the next hire assembly shall be provided with the instruction for the recording results of the testing shall be provided with the paragraphs that shall include the list of the tools and testing equipment and any applicable to set up of the procedure required. Paragraphs shall also include the reference of the instruction for any automatic diagnostic testing equipment required to complete the procedure. All testing procedures that have the majority quality assurance effects shall be prefixed with a bold letter quality assurance identifying them. Maintaining refinishing marketing. The instruction for the painting of the refinishing of the marking of the item prior to the installation of the next hire of the assembly of the equipment shall provide the instruction shall include a list of the material of the facility required for the task. Final assembly of the installation instruction for the installation assembly of the item of the next hire assembly shall be included with all materials for the sealing compound, the lubrication, corrosion prevention of the compound during the final assembly shall be listed. These listing shall be made the requirements of paragraph 372(1)J and 372J and 372I and 372J. And data place required. For the data place which is required for the placement, each of the tab of the material shall be indicated. The detailed preparation attachment instruction shall be included. The technical bulletin order 1030 address for the installation for the use of the overall maintenance work orders placed. The instruction for the sampling date placed to include initial of the facility performing the overall of the modification contract number, if applicable, the date of the overall of the modification part number, the total operating with the time of the sensor, the new, if applicable. The instruction shall specify the letter and number of the sizes shall indicate their placement, and then G adjust for the manufacturer data. The following statement shall be included. When sufficient space is not available, the existing data of the plate and to add information, the plate shall be replaced, and all pertinent data transferred to the new plate. Data shall not be stamped directly from any assembly or item of the equipment except as approved by the government. 373 section. Last section of the Chapter 4 finals testing. This last section shall appear with the first overall procedure section shall be numbered accordingly. The section shall cover the final testing of the highest assembly of the equipment and end item of the depot maintenance work requirement. To cover the ensure the parameters of the RAM D are met with the section that shall contain the following paragraph. Scope. General explanation of the arrangement of the section procedures shall be provided with the inspection procedure that are required prior to the final testing. To ensure that the item is complete with the readily for final testing shall be provided with the when applicable. Shall include the instruction for any of the minor preparation tasks for final testing. Lubrication. Any final lubrication procedure that to be done with the prior final testing shall be concluded. Then shall enlist all necessary lubrication material to contain the instruction for the lubrication method. Final testing. The testing procedure performance standard for the tolerance to be met within the equipment adequately overhead with the ready to issue without the quality that shall be included. The procedure shall list all the tools, testing measurements, diagnostic equipment, jigs, fixtures, and other support for the items required for the testing. Government approved the operating instruction for the special testing equipment shall be included. The illustration chart for the checklist shall be made. You the augment with the test when necessary. Proceed with a minor adjustment that can be done without disassembly equipment and shall be included with the paragraph to complete with the procedure for the running in and the running in the test shall also be included with the test date. Data report shall be included with the identify all acceptable or rejected criteria. Final painting and refinishing marking. The procedure for the final painting and the refinishing marking that could not be done during the overhaul procedure shall be provided with the materials tools required to do the shop that may be identified. Chapter 5, the Quality Assurance Requirement. The chapter that shall consider the general information paragraph of the responsible statement. The responsible statement shall consider the following. Depot contractors are responsible for complying with all the quality assurance requirements of the use of the depot maintenance work requirement IAW Mill Crew 9858 with the quality program requirement. The DESCOM R7021 DESCOM Product Assurance Program is appropriate. The contracting activity to reserve the right to perform the inspection to verify that the work that is being done meet the quality standard for the depot maintenance work requirement, preserve the inherent reliability of the item. Definition. All quality assurance of the term extensive for the use of the depot maintenance work requirements shall be listed with the defined with these definitions of the IAW Military Standard 109 Mil W 63150. A special requirement of the inspection tools and equipment when specified with the contracting activity and special requirement of the maintenance for the calibration of the tool for the testing equipment used for the quality assurance inspection shall be listed. The requirements shall be met with the AIW for applicable standard specification regulations such as the Military Standard 120 Mil I 45607, Mil Standard 456622, DESCOM R7021. Alright, certification requirements specified in the contracting activity. Any certification license requirements in the process, procedure, materials, equipment, and personnel skills shall be listed. The list shall include the appropriate standard specification, regulations, federal laws that apply to the Military Standard 453, radiographic inspection, Military Standard 410, magnetic particle inspection, Military Standard 2000, soldering, Military Standard 220, 210, welding, etc. List shall also reference the paragraph of the depot maintenance work requirement that were their requirements for the soldering, welding, and magnetic particle inspection, certification, radioactive substance for the test driver licenses, the MICOM requirements, special inspection equipment, and the certification validation special inspection equipment shall be in the AIW MICOM PAM 7021H. In-process inspection statement. The in-process inspection statement shall include the following. In-process quality assurance inspections are contained throughout the Chapter 4 with this depot maintenance work requirement. The inspections are prefixed with the boldface letter of the QA to identify them. They are minimum inspection required, but the additional quality assurance inspection may be established with the depot of the commodity manager. Substance inspection statement. The statement shall consist of the following information. The items overhauled with the IAW list for the depot maintenance work requirement shall be accepted based on the following criteria. Conformity to quality of the material requirements, conformance to all processes and quality assurance inspection, conform all of the final assembly testing requirements, conformance to preservation, packing, marketing requirements. First aid article inspection. When specified by the contracting after the first article inspection testing for any of the items or sub-item assembly shall be included with the depot maintenance work requirement with applicable requirement of documentation. Alright, chapter 6 I'm going to skip, or I'm going to pause it and see how long it is. We're going to read a few more pages. Chapter 6, Preservation, Packaging, Material. Chapter 6 shall consist of the following two paragraphs. Packaging information. The first paragraph shall contain the following. The packaging information from the packaging segment with the CDA pamphlet 1812 AMDFL retrieval microform system. The file comes with detailed packaging information. The arms does not contain the information that you need. You must contact the USAMC Logistics Support Activity Packaging Store for the Containerization Center, Toba Hanum Army Depot for the packaging information. Special equipment, special instruction. Special instruction for any of the special unique preservation packaging marking they supply with the equipment covered with the depot maintenance work order shall be included. These instructions shall include the caution of the reference concerning the electrostatic discharge, nuclear material, hazardous substance, special marking instruction. Any other instruction required that they are not covered in the standard packaging preservation information. Appendix shall identify the capital letters of applicability throughout the document and in the order of their reference in the text. The Appendix A with the Appendix B, etc. For the following appendixes shall be prepared as applicable. The Appendix A reference. Appendix A shall contain the list of all the documents referenced to the depot maintenance work requirement text. Listing shall include the publication number, the title of each for the document. Listing shall be grouped with the document type with respect to the regulation pamphlet, the technical manual, form standard, and or specifications. So listing of each of the groups that shall be in the alphabet numerical numeric order of the publication number. If the publication is non-governmental, the source shall be provided with the C figure 12 for the example, or a list of applicable publications or LOAPs exist as be referenced. Appendix B, the repair special tool list, when specified with the contracting activity, Appendix B shall include the depot maintenance work requirement. The repair special tool list shall be prepared in the AIW Mill M49502. For BC, a part listing shall provide with the contracting activity. Appendix C, Appendix expendable durable items. Appendix C shall consist of the two sections as follows. Section 1 Introduction. Section 1 shall begin with the scope of the paragraph shall contain with the general explanation for the expanding. The second paragraph of the section shall explain each for the column number, national stock number, description of the part in the cage code, unit of the issue, and list of the section 2 with the C figure 13 with the example. The section 2 of the capable expendable durable item for the list for this shall be the tablet of form shall contain the minimum of these data: the item number, the national stock number, the federal item number, the description number, the if and the age, the cage C of the part number, the unit of the issue, the item shall be listed in alphabetical reverse or word order for a federal item name. The item to be listed shall be those approved by the contracting activity. See figure 14 for example. Art Appendix 10.4. Appendix D of the depot mobilization requirement. When they specify to provide with the contracting activity, the appendix shall include the modifications, deletions, additions to the procedure chapter 3 and 4 of the required of the depot during mobilization. The appendix shall begin with the following statement. The purpose of the appendix is to streamline and accelerate the overhaul process during the mobilization of the depot. The appendix shall include the listing of the instruction with the modified with the procedure for the listing of the shall be presented with the format similar to the paragraph. Pages 1 through 5, paragraph 1.5. The add exemption disassembly with it will be based on pre-shop analysis only. 412, 414, delete all procedures in the paragraph. 427, 431, change the repainted metal will be touched upon. 311, other appendixes. When specified by the contracting activity, the other applicable appendix shall be added to the depot maintenance work requirements. Glossary, unless otherwise specified with the contracting activity, depot maintenance work requirements shall be have a glossary. The glossary shall include the terms that have uncommon and inadequate defined in the text of the AR 310-25, the Dictionary of the United States Army. Terms the glossary is required. It shall begin with the right-hand page. Shall immediately proceed with the index, and if any of the glossary letters shall consist of the word glossary in the capital, all bold letters shall be centered at the top of the page, and page of the number of the glossary shall consequently numbered glossary page, glossary 1, glossary 2, etc. Or an index. An alphabetical index listing shall be included with identifying the parts of the paragraph. The index shall be constructed to enable the user to easily locate information in the text. The index header shall consist of the word index, all bold capital letters, and shall be the center of the page number. The alphabetical index shall be consecutively paged index 1, index 2, etc. Index shall be beginning on the right-hand page, and it shall be located on the end of the depot maintenance requirements. 314, authentication page. The authentication page provided with the contracting activity shall be the last page of the depot maintenance work requirements. See figure 15 for example. 4, quality assurance provisions.